Fitch, how did you solve it? I'm gonna do it over here while you explain it.
I did money and 1/10 is equal to 10 cents.
10 cents,
And 1/4 is equal to 25 cents.
25 cents.
And then I added it and got 35 cents.
Excellent. Then what?
So it was 35 hundredths. And
Mm-hmm.
then I divided 35 and 100 by 5 and got 7/20.
Awesome. That's a great way to do it. That money model works perfectly. Could you have done the clock model on this one?
Yeah.
Sure, could have. We're going to try it with this. Draw one of these. This is our number line. Now it asked how much of the trail he covered that day. So fraction-wise, we know exactly what fraction. You're right, 7/20ths of the trail. But how long was that? How much is it? Do we know that? 7/20ths, we don't know how many kilometers or miles. Do we know how long the trail even is? Mm-mm. But if we're dealt with these or given 1/10 and 1/4, we can figure this out. Money model, clock model, or the mom and pop model, figuring out a common denominator. So we can start at 0, and then we need to figure out how long the trail is. But we have no idea. So can anybody think logically and give us a length the trail might be, or that we can name it, just so we can solve this problem? Slinky? 2, what was it, kilometers, did we say? Not 2. 2 would not be a good length for us to pick. Clara?
100 feet.
Why what? I think it's kilometers, though, isn't it? Was it kilometers?
I don't think you have
I don't know if I said either, did I? No. No, it's his name is Mr. Miles. We'll say it's kilometers, okay? So 100 kilometers?
Sure. It's mine.
Is that what you said? 100?
Name is Mr.
Okay, well, we're gonna go with kilometers, though, okay? So 100 kilometers. Anybody else? Was that the only distance that could work, given those fractions? Chase? Get you 200? I think it would.
40 kilometers.
40. That's a lot different than 200 and 100. 1 kilometer? I don't think 1 would work. 40 might work. Talk to your neighbors for a second. Look at our fractions that we're given. Why would 40 kilometers work, and why would 100 kilometers work? Why would both of those be fine? Who can share a reason why 40 would work and 100? We have one trail, but we could say it's 100, we could say it's 200, we could say it's 40. Those are 3 different lengths, but we'll get the same answer that Ms. Fitch gave us of 7/20ths or 35 hundredths, possibly. Zach, why would you pick 40? Why would 40 work?
10 times 4.
What about 10 times 4?
10 times 4 would equal 40, and 4 times 10 equals 40.
Okay, so there's a number relationship that's a family of numbers.
It could also
You want to expand on it a little more?
What do you mean by that?
Tell us more. Anything else about the number 40 that you can tell us?
No, it could also be 20 because 40 divided by 2.
So now we got 4 numbers that it could be. Who else has a reason why this would work? Clara?
Because 4 and 10 all fit into those numbers given.
Correct, yes. What Zach was saying, what Clara just said, that's exactly why. We can pick any length of trail we want to figure out what fraction of the trail he covered, as long as we use a friendly number. 4 and 10 both fit into 40. Then Zach said 20. Clara said 100. Who said 200? Which of those? Well, I'll ask you this in a second when we're done. So first, how far did he travel on his day? How far did he go first?
40
He did 1/10 of the trail. So we're going to put a mark. We're just going to put a mark here. It's a 1/10, so it's not too much. That's probably even more than we needed. But we're going to draw an arc showing us that he went forward 1/10. And that 1/10 of our 40-kilometer trail equals how much? What's 1/10 of 40?
10/40.
Just 1/10. How many kilometers is that? 4? So 1/10 of 40 is 4? You sure?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So 4 kilometers, or right kilometers. And it is kilometers. I just saw that. Okay. Then what did he do? After going 1/10 of the trail, he did what? Yes.
1/4.
He went a fourth. So we are at 4 kilometers right now. And then he went a fourth of the trail. So our arc's going to be a little bit bigger. You're just putting it in a random spot that looks like it's going to be more than the last one. So then we add a fourth. And what's 1/4 of 40? What does that equal? 10 kilometers. So, and this is where he's at. He stopped in the trail at that spot. So what fraction of this is our trail? What amount of kilometers is this? 1/4 and 1/10 equals what 40ths? 14 40ths. Because we look at our bottom number line, and it's 4 plus 10 is 14. We know that the total length is 40, our whole, and then we can say he went 14 40ths of the trail. But what are we going to do to 14 40ths? For a couple reasons. What do we have to do to it? Fensky? Reduce it. What's one reason we should know by now that we have to reduce these two numbers? Yes? They're even. So what fits into 14 that fits into 40? What fits into 14 and 40 equally? 2. 14 divided by 2, everyone? 7. And 40 divided by 2? 20. Ms. Fitch, what did you tell us the answer was earlier? 7/20. Cole, what did you tell us the answer was? 35 hundredths. Are these the same? Technically, they're the same amount, but we can reduce it. What fit into 35 and 100 equally? 5. Fits in there 7 times and fits in there 20 times. We just proved that they're the same. 14 40ths, 7/20ths, 35 hundredths are the same amount of a pizza, just different sized slices. Okay? All right, here's the next scenario.